All right, I'm going to call the meeting to order. I will make a motion to approve the June minutes. Would someone second it? All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, the minutes have been approved. Board member comments? Mr. Bonfels.
Members have a great summer. Very busy. We had a really good CIP meeting and I think that all of our projects will take on when they swing. Okay. All I have to say.
Thank you, Mr. Bonfels. Mr. Vega, are you online?
I am, Mr. Chairman. No comments today. I'll be there shortly.
All right, thank you. Mr. Campbell.
Happy summer to everyone. Hope everyone had a good 4th of July, and that's it.
Mr. Kelly.
Same. Everyone had a good 4th of July and enjoys the rest of the summer.
Mr. Sultan.
Ditto.
Ditto. Ditto to me. Let's go right to Brian.
Thank you. I have a few comments for you this afternoon. On June 20th, the Drought Coordination Committee of the Metropolitan Washington Council of Governments lifted the regional drought watch that was put into effect last July 29th. Spring rains and cooler temperatures contributed to the improvement in water supplies. This drought watch lasted almost a year. The previous drought watch, which occurred 15 years ago in 2010, lasted only a month. And Loudon Water continues to message wise water use as a best practice year-round. Community activities. A big thank you to all staff who participated as presenters and panelists for the annual Global Inheritance Leading Ladies Initiative in June. This program is dedicated to creating a pathway for underserved high school girls to reach their potential through STEM education, internships, job shadowing, and leadership development training. The goal of this work-based learning program is to prepare students for college and STEM-based careers. Loudon Water provided several educational sessions for the cohort. This team effort included interactive presentations from multiple departments, including compliance, procurement, GIS, lab, asset management, treatment processes, IT, OT, line maintenance, and planning and engineering. Programs such as these provide a platform for educating future generations and are key to growing our workforce. Loudon Water key staff were interviewed as part of a video project that is being produced by the Water Environment Federation. One of WEF's strategic goals is to lead the transformation to a circular water economy. You may recall that the circular water economy was an item that Dr. Joe Giangelo discussed at your board retreat. WEF is working with the Earth Series TV to produce the video, highlighting the importance of a circular approach to water management by providing examples from the intersection of AI and water. Those featured in the video, from WEF and Loudon Water leaders to other industry experts, help illustrate the economic and environmental benefits of applying circular water principles. The video is in post-production now, and Loudon Water will have a first look for review before it airs. The Water Resources Committee. Staff is planning a committee meeting to tentatively occur in early September. We will coordinate with Chair Bonfils on a date and time. The primary focus of the meeting will be updates on Loudon Water's Reclaimed Water Program and a discussion of certain policy updates, and we will include attendance for all board members to attend. Stay tuned for details on scheduling in the coming weeks. ERCs through June totaled 3,708. Your budget for the year is 2,645. Just a reminder that we recess in August, so there's no July committee meetings or an August board meeting. Your finance committee meeting will be on Wednesday, August 27th at 8 a.m. and the CIP committee meeting is Thursday, August 28th at 8 a.m. Those are all of my comments.
Thank you, Brian. Jewel, is anyone signed up to speak?
No, sir.
Thank you, Jewel. So make a motion to adopt the agenda.
Move.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. The agenda has been adopted.
Aye.
CIP committee, Mr. Sultan.
Our meeting was a virtual meeting thanks to the timely suggestion of Mr. Bonfels, who was more alert than I was, and that worked out very nicely. There's only two items, and I'll get through them pretty quickly. JLMA downstream sewer capacity upgrade study. The existing linear infrastructure on the outskirts of the central system are inadequately sized to convey future flows from the JLMA. This task order will evaluate alternative sewer alignment options from the JLMA area pump stations to existing manholes east of the creek. Dewberry Engineers was selected for this project, and the CIP committee recommended awarding the study task order to Dewberry Engineers for $139,000. with an approximate 5% contingency for a total authorized budget of $147,000 to be included on the board consent agenda. The second and last item is a new inventory warehouse. As Loudon Water expands, the need for a centrally located warehouse has become increasingly urgent. The engineer will review the previously completed inventory space planning initiative, will visit neighboring utilities to evaluate best practices, perform the permitting and zoning study, and evaluate site layout options and prepare a feasibility report. The CIP committee recommended that CDM Smith be awarded a study task order for $205,140 with an approximate 5% contingency for a total budget of $215,400 to be included on the board consent agenda. The last item was the capital spending report by Tom Lipinski. Spending through May was 99% of the forecast. And at the meeting, I asked Tom Lipinski why he couldn't make it 100 out of 100, but you know, things are bad. That's all I have.
Thank you, Mr. Sultan. That's the committee meetings. Consent agenda. Someone make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
No action, no new business, no information items, monthly reports. Sally, and the finance monthly summary.
Yes, good afternoon. We'll pull up our May financials. Here we have your operating revenues. Operating revenues totaled 59.1 million, which is above the forecast of 49.6 million. Non-operating revenues totaled 72.4 million, of which is 50 million above the year-to-date forecast. So that increase is due to the data center connections that were expected in 24 that rolled into 25. We had an additional capacity for a power plant that hit in May, as well as 5.1 millions for the revenue equalization fee. Moving down to expenses, expenses through May totaled 67 million, which is 4.3 million below the year-to-date forecast. Here are the ERCs that Brian talked about. Through May, we were at 3,484, and I did a little adjusted number there for you in the middle so that you could see with those 2024 connections taken out. And then our percentage of data centers, 50% are data centers year to date. And here are our revenue numbers, 32 million from data centers. And then our detail of our CIP spend, as was noted, it was 99% of forecast. And then the breakout between user fees and availability fees. And then finally, as of May, total cash equivalents and investments was 427 million, and our weighted average yield was 3.72. Happy to answer any questions.
Just as Sally mentioned, you saw a large addition this month from the power plant. That was an unexpected connection for this year and was not included in our forecast. So that's why you see that, and that will be called out going forward. They were on strictly reclaimed water from the town of Leesburg, but they are very close to our Trap Rock facility and had seeked a backup and additional water supply and reached out to us for that. So,
Discussion.
yes.
Nobody's name. But some discussion several years ago, they have some risk if the flow of the Potomac goes low.
Mhm.
And that would we still be able to?
Yes, we or Alton can jump in as well, but they have been having conversations with us on and off for several years. And they reached a point where last year the power demand, and they really felt they needed the backup supply from us, but also additional capacity to create more power. And so I believe they feel comfortable now that they have our connection, that they're not concerned with a low flow in the Potomac. Yes.
That happened.
Mhm.
That's substantial. It was in finance, yeah. So right now, the river is well, twice its normal level for this. So they need to get the, that water. into, that's- Appreciate that.
Mhm.
Brian, I may have missed it. Is this reuse water we're talking about?
They are currently on reuse water from the town of Leesburg, but
Right.
we are providing them potable
Potable.
water.
Our
Yeah.
reclaim system doesn't reach up there.
Yeah.
And then where those ERCs, obviously they're not gonna go in the data centers, or are we gonna lump them?
No, you saw them, they're in the non-residential
Okay.
category. Yes. Yeah, so there, we did separate
They
those
went
out.
by fast.
Yes, sorry. So you can see the non-res shot up to just over 1,000. Yes.
Mr. Vega has a question.
Mr.
Yeah,
Vega?
this is the Panda Power Plant, correct?
Yeah.
Correct.
Thank you.
Someone bought them, right? It's not Panda.
Yeah, it's not in
Uh,
anymore.
I don't remember, maybe Alan remembers who it is.
Potomac Energy.
Okay.
It was a number of years ago.
Mhm.
That's a good idea, actually. That was an interesting tour. All right.
And then you do have your printed ACFR in front of you also. Enjoy
Yes.
the
This
printed
is
version.
nice. The board member pictures are a little small, but other than that, it's pretty good. Thank you. Anyone else have any questions? All right, water resource management. This is a great report.
Yeah, yes, all green.
All green?
Anyone have any questions?
No, unfortunately, I mean, someone's got to have a question. Come on. All right.
Maybe Kenzie can go.
All right. No, I mean.
Can
I-
you,
it's great. Go ahead,
Can you
Chad.
change the slide to the all green?
Yes, he's working on it.
Yeah.
Can-
So central system is good. Does
There we
anyone have
go.
any questions on the community system?
Yeah.
We still have the watch and Raspberry.
We do. So we'll switch presentations to groundwater. But as we wait for that, the dashboard is still watch for Raspberry Selma due to recharge.
Okay.
And precipitation, though, we did move from warning to watch, which is fantastic. It's getting better. The main reason for that is that the rainfall we're seeing is great, but it's really not over top Raspberry. That Leesburg hole, it's kind of reality, right? And they're kind of missing some of the direct rain totals we're seeing from the Dulles Airport area. Let's see.
So they're just getting missed? Is that,
For
the
the
storms
most
are just
part.
kind of missing now? Yeah, it's so hyper local, these storms. It's,
All right. So that, as you can see on this slide here, we are above that red line we were trending earlier, which is why we were kind of in that orange. But now we're closer to normal, moved ourselves to watch. But we stayed in the yellow mainly due to the long-term drought. We want to be mindful of that. Good opportunity to highlight that for the Piedmont, generally speaking, when things are going good, about 20% of rainfall totals recharge the groundwater aquifer. This is definitely dependent on soil conditions, land use activities, local groundwater usage, as well as local rainfall totals that can minimize that. So that's why we may see Raspberry not recharging as fast, even though we're seeing some good totals. Just for reference, you've seen this slide in the past. This is one of our monitoring wells in Raspberry. It's not super indicative of all of our wells. However, you can see that we've remained flat even with our new rain totals. There's a slight increase. We're optimistic it is going up, but we're seeing it not be directly influenced just yet. So we're keeping an eye on that. We're keeping Raspberry and Selma yellow because of that. And it kind of goes to our summary page here that we're continuing our best messaging to the public, making sure water conservation is the forefront. However, there is no community demands that are unusual or can't be met, and there's no source concerns at this time or restrictions.
Had more.
For the So I guess, I think you're teeing me up for my next slide. So, great opportunity to kind of slightly advance the conversation we had in the past about aquifers and parent geological materials, and just to overall highlight how it affects us and that geology generally rocks. So Loudoun County is consistent of two geological formations. They are split up by the border fault that parallels Route 15 roughly. We have the Blue Ridge in the west. It isn't the older formation. It was formed when the Appalachian Mountains were originally formed. Think volcanic activity, think plate tectonics, a lot of heat, a lot of pressure, a lot of things that make crystalline hard rock. To the east, we have Culpeper Basin. That was formed when Pangea broke apart. As it spread apart, you had a lot of sedimentary rocks. They fell together, and you had some slow lava flows. So we have a lot of good voids. We have some opportunity for some mixed materials, but we also have opportunities for crystalline rocks, kind of what you see is like on the Luckstone corridor. So the big question is, how does that affect us? Generally speaking, we won't stay long on this slide. There's a lot of words, and I apologize for that. But the Blue Ridge Province, to be successful in groundwater when it comes to availability and volume, you need to find fractures in the rock. If those fractures are connected, even better. However, when it comes to recharge, those fractures need to have direct rainfall over top of them. The Culpeper Basin's a little more forgiving. We have voids in the rocks. We have a lot more opportunity to pull from further away in the aquifer. However, with that comes a risk of direct influence from groundwater, right? We know that to be true in the limestone, that we kind of miss some of that natural filtration that occurs. And finally, I think the big takeaway here is that to the west, the Blue Ridge, hard crystalline rock, we have to find fractures. Those fractures need to be independent or managed. The Culpeper Basin, very favorable. However, these voids can be ineffective. And finally, when it comes to all of this and finding wells, parent material, field investigations, environmental hazard setbacks, and storage recharge ability influence location of wells. It's nice to find these fractures, but if someone else is already on one, it may not be the most ideal place. So it's not the only driver. There's some field considerations to make. And Mr. Bonfils, do you think I answered your question with that? Okay.
Yeah, and there is a lot of limestone.
It was counterintuitive.
There is. And we know it's very, recharge is nice and fast. We just don't think we're getting the direct rainfall.
It got rain.
Doesn't work.
Continue to.
Tried and true.
So Kinsey, with the Culpeper Basin having faster recharge because it's limestone, you would think that with all the rain that we've had, that they would be recharging much faster than the Piedmont region, where you have to find a crack and a fissure to get down there.
So relatively speaking, I can bring recharge maps next time, but Beacon Hill is roughly kind of just around the wellhead. It's pretty tight. Raspberries is a little bit bigger. It's like the community. So it doesn't really pull as far as like North Leesburg. We can't get that water, or further north, but it has to be in the area. And we think we're seeing positive trends. We're just being kind of cautious at this time.
Okay. Thank you. That's I mean, I can't overemphasize how great that report is. We were kind of looking at things in the dark for a long time. Just those little red and yellow half circles. This is fantastic. So can't thank you guys enough for making this report really relevant. Correct. Water and sewer, from Mr. Tran. Mr. Vega, welcome.
Thank you. You sounded louder on the phone call than you do in real person.
Well,
So
so you
please
could
speak
hear,
up?
so you could hear me. Does anyone have any questions for,
I just wanted to bring one item to the board's attention. For under the second page under the developer agreements, we did execute a reimbursement agreement with the county for Crowson Lane widening. And that was a DTCI project that Loudoun Water asked for a betterment from the county to extend a water line. And so
It's from Claiborne Parkway to Old Bryan Road, correct?
that's correct. So, so we do have the betterment here. It's a very high level cost estimate because at this time, the plans have not been approved yet. And so what the county wanted an agreement executed to basically reimburse them for their design fees for the betterment. So this is a high level cost estimate and the project has not been out to bid yet. But once the project does go out to bid, Loudon Water has the option to either approve that cost or not. But the county still wanted to be reimbursed for their design fees.
And we're just upsizing existing pipes that we have in Croson or?
No, this is a completely new 100% reimbursable. So we basically have two blow offs, and then we have a gap. So we asked the county to fill in that gap.
Oh, great. Okay.
That's the 2 million.
That's
Mr.
correct.
Chairman, I have a question.
Sure.
A couple of months back, we approved the, I think it's the water master plan, water distribution master plan. Is there any coordination with, should this be a 16-inch water main instead of a 12-inch? If the master plan is geared in that direction? I know it's not completed, but we're fine tuning it to incorporate the urban planning area. And I would imagine with the urban planning area, the need is greater.
Yeah,
Got it.
so in our water master plan, our consultant will be evaluating all the gaps and potential upsizing of pipes we have. And I think they also will go in and look at which projects, are going to be more likely to be constructed by developers versus those ones that more likely to be a capital project.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Vega. Does anyone else have any questions? All right, that concludes the open portion of our meeting. This is 25 minutes, pretty good time. Thank you, everybody, and have a great rest of the day.